So remember when I said last month that I was gonna go on this book buying ban, that I bought too many books and I have a problem and I was not to buy any more books? Well, that broke, obviously. I'm not gonna explain because there's no explanation other than I needed the books. Like, I needed them. They called me and they said, you have to buy me, like, right now. Sorry that I'm not sorry. Alright, so obviously I broke my book buying ban, no surprise there. Who cares? You're here because you want to see the books that broke my book buying ban, and I will show you them, and there is a lot. Like, there's not a little, it's a lot. The first 4 books I'm going to show you, I bought relatively cheap. I'd buy a lot of my books at this one place that they sell amazing hardbacks and a lot of amazing YA books for really super cheap. I don't know how or why, whatever. The point is I got it for cheap, so I'm going to show you which ones they are. The first book actually just came out last year, I believe. Don't quote me on this. And that is Black City by Elizabeth Richards. I got this for $2. That's right, my friend, $2. So if you're on a book buying ban and you see a book for $2, don't resist. Don't say I'm on a book buying ban. It's $2. And if it just came out last year, just break everything you know about book buying bans. The second book of it is already out and it's called Phoenix, and it's a dystopian world. It's about two 16-year-olds named Natalie and Ash. They fall in love in this broken world. They're not really supposed to be in love. She's like a government kind of some sort of higher up and he's a darkling, like the bad people, and it's all about that, falling in love in a dystopian world. So yeah, have you read it? Have you heard anything about it? I don't know that much about it. Next book I got is another one I do not know much about, and it's called The Innocence by Lily Peliquin. You do your guesses. I'm sure you'll correct me, so go for it. About 2 sisters named Alice and Charlie. They're more different, all this kind of stuff. Their parents divorce, their mom falls in love with this weird guy, and they go live in his house, and things get crazy. I don't think it's like creepy crazy, but they figure out things maybe about their family, all that kind of stuff. I haven't heard too much about it, but I was intrigued by the description, and again, this one was $3, so I mean, can't beat them, join them. I have no clue what that's supposed to mean in reference to this, but whatever. Sirens by Janet Fox. This is a book that takes place in the 20s, I think. Yeah, 1925. It takes place in Manhattan. It's about a girl named Josephine, and she gets shipped off to Manhattan to live with her cousins, and I'm guessing it's about falling in the spotlight in the 20s and how New York was bustling and all that kind of stuff. I haven't, again, heard too much about this one, but I'm intrigued to read it, plus I love the cover. The book I got at that amazing store is So Much Closer by Suzanne Colancetti. I read one other book by her, and that was Something Like Fate, and it was okay. She's just a quick kind of contemporary book, and you can see they're always super short, and they're easy to fly through, so it's definitely a short book that you can just knock on by. It's about a couple, a girl named Brooke, and her boyfriend Scott, the love of her life, and when his family moves to New York City, she decides to follow him, and I'm guessing they may fall out of love, they may not, they may become closer together, obviously So Much Closer. I don't know. I don't know anything about these 4 books I bought, but they were for such a good price, why not? Why not? This book actually got sent by the publisher, by Quark Books, which they are awesome, and they sent me Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. I'm sure you've heard many of good things about it. It's a lot of booktubers' favorite books. They sent it to me because it came out in paperback, not hardback, and I was skeptical at first because I'm not a fan of creepy books. That's not me, but I've heard so many good things about it that I can't pass it up. I mean, Jessie the Reader raves about this book, and I'm intrigued by it. I'm really intrigued. I have a friend that reads and she's read this and loved it, so I'm gonna have to read it really soon, and I just know that it's a well-loved book. I believe the movie rights have already been sold to this book, and it's already coming out with a sequel, so yeah. By the way, this is by Ransom Riggs. I'm sorry I haven't said his name. Shame on me, but I'm so excited that Quark Books sent this to me. Basically what this book is about is Mysterious Island, a really strange orphanage. This kid named Jacob goes to discover it, and he finds all these pictures, which are real pictures, by the way, and all this kind of peculiar children type of thing. It's just, he's like uncovering a history of stuff almost. It's got really weird pictures in it, like crazy weird pictures of it. I'm excited to dive into it. I also got sent Literacy Agency, and that is Starstruck by Rachel Schuchert. This is another book that takes place in the 20s, or actually I think this one takes place in the 30s. It's more of the Hollywood type of style, and I've already started to read it and I'm really enjoying it so far. It's about, I think it takes place from different points of narratives of the girls in this. Like, one of them is just getting discovered and she's going to be a actress in Olympus Studios. Another one is an actress that has kind of fallen off or something like that. I haven't gotten too far into it, so I don't know that much about it, but I do enjoy the writing so far, and it reminds me of Bright Young Things, which she actually blurred about right there. It seems really good, so I'm excited to read it, and I'm happy they sent it to me. I'm stoked to read this one as well. And the next books I just bought because I wanted to. This book actually just came out yesterday, and that is Sarah Dessen's The Moon and More. And I had to go out and buy this immediately because it's Sarah Dessen, and I love Sarah Dessen. You know I don't need to explain this to you because I own all of her books. She is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, contemporary author. She's just, I just love Sarah Dessen. It's about a girl named Emmeline. I think it's Emmeline. And she has a boyfriend named Luke. And they've been together all through high school in this place called Colby. And it's the beach town where she grew up and stuff. But then a boy enters the picture, a guy named Theo, and he's super ambitious. He's kind of artsy. He's doing a documentary. And he starts to convince her that maybe she's too smart for Colby, where she lives at. And it's her trying to figure out where she wants to do in life. She wants the moon and more, obviously by the title, but how does she get that without losing everything and all that kind of stuff. I'm super excited to read it. Sarah Dessen does amazing stuff, so hopefully I will not be disappointed by this book at all. Next two books I got were purely because of all the hype they have gotten on BookTube. And I don't know if I would have known about them without it, honestly. And the first one is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Royale. It takes place in the 80s, I think 1986, you know, kicking it 2 years before I was born, so I don't know too much about that time era. It's about a girl named Eleanor and Park, and they fall in love, and it's about their story, and it's been praised, like immensely praised, and the book is known for a depiction of real love, like how it's tough, how it's hard, how it can sometimes break your heart being in love, and I've just heard so many amazing things about it, and I can't wait to read it. I want to experience the amazingness of this book as well. The book I got strictly because of book hype is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. This is a huge book. If you can't tell, like, this is Eleanor and Park. As you can see, it's taller, it's heavy to hold. This book has been like crazy loved, and it's a dystopian type of book. It's waves, I guess, of things happen. Please forgive me if I don't know much about it. After the first wave, darkness remains. After the second, only the lucky escape. And after the third, only the unlucky survive. After the fourth wave, just one rule applies: trust no one. And now it's on the fifth wave, and it's about a girl named Cassie who she runs from them, and the people she's running from look human, only they roam the countryside killing anyone they see. She meets a guy named Evan, so I don't know, it's like kind of mysterious, and I kind of like that about the book jacket. Sometimes book jackets reveal way too much, but this one's keeping me intrigued, and I love it. And I love the cover of this. Like, how cool does this look? You just got a silhouette of a girl, and I'm excited to read this. Like, I really want to read it right now, no lie. The next book I got is The Book of Broken Hearts by Sarah Auchler. You should also know that I love Sarah Auchler. I love her novel Bittersweet, and she also wrote 20 Boy Summer, amazing. And this one looks amazing too. This is about a girl named Jude. She's learned a lot from her older sisters. The important thing she learns from her sister is to never trust a Vargas brother. They're notorious heartbreakers and all that kind of stuff. So when Jude's sisters leave and she's the only one around for the summer, she's helping her dad restore a really old motorcycle, and she can't seem to fix it, so she enlists the help of a mechanic. Who could that mechanic be? You guessed it, it's a Vargas brother. I'm guessing, you know, they fall in love and all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited to read this. I love Sarah Auchler, so yay. This book I strictly bought it because of the author's first book, or I don't know if it was the first book, but I bought it because of the author. And that is Second Chance Summer by Morgan Matson. Already, Morgan Matson also wrote Amy and Roger's Epic Detour, and that's one of my favorite books of all times. I adored it. And thank you to my friend Valerie for pointing me out that she also wrote Second Chance Summer. So I immediately bought that on Amazon as soon as she told me that. And one is kind of, I think it's more dramatic, honestly, than Amy and Rogers. It's about a girl named Taylor who she's always felt that she never stood out, all this kind of stuff. And then her dad receives awful news, and so the family decides to go to the lake house for the summertime, where they used to go all the time, and she's encountering old friends, old crushes, all that kind of stuff, and her family. I believe it's a very sad, dramatic book, which I'm hesitant to read because I don't like to read sad books, because I just don't like reading sad books because I don't like to be sad. But it's Morgan Matson, so I know this book's going to be amazing. I just already know it. The The last book I got is Things I Can't Forget by Miranda Kelleny. This is about a girl named Kate, she's a counselor at a summer camp, that she falls for another summer camp counselor, and she's breaking more rules and just doing things, so yeah, that's all I know about it. That is all the books that I bought in this book haul for June, I hope. Maybe I'll buy more, probably, let's be honest here. This book buying ban thing is never gonna work, so kids, don't ever put yourself in book buying bans because you'll probably break them. Anyway, if you guys have heard or read any of these books that I mentioned, please let me know. Let's talk about them. I love talking to you guys about that stuff. And yeah, that's all for me, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Not all that mean, but all the same, I'm left alone. And now you think we'll just stay friends. If you don't, well, you act the same.